everyone. So I thought today it would be great to show you guys my garden. It's not really a garden tour yet because they're all little seedlings inside, but I can show you the progress. I think the last video I showed you me planting them. So I'm going to show you the progress of how everything's been growing and what I'm doing with them. And it's still several weeks probably before they go outside, but it's my garden. So let me share it with you. So it's a pretty windy day outside. It's a beautiful day, but it's way too windy for these guys. I've been putting them outside right there when it's nice enough, but even just a little bit of wind here, we live in a very windy place. And as you can see, there's no trees out there or anything to block the wind. So they struggle in the wind. So I open the windows for them a little bit. Sometimes I have a fan on them, but when I can, I put them outside. So let me show you. I am actually today going to be separating a lot of these because they're getting way crowded in there. But we have here is our cabbage. You can see they're starting to get their little second leaves on there. This is the tot soy. Let me see if I can show you what it's going to look like. Let's come over here. Leafy greens. Oh, here. This is the tot soy. So babies, full thing. So that's exciting. And then over here I just have my lettuce start. So this is the black seeded Simpson lettuce, what is that? Bronze mignonette and Cimarron lettuce. I like to touch all my plants too throughout the day because that really helps to strengthen their little stems. So I give them lots of love. This is, it doesn't have a marker in it, but this is just a mix of lettuce seeds. So these are going to be like salad greens. So you just kind of broadcast seed them. And when they turn into little lettuces, you just cut them all off. And they should, I believe they should regrow. I ran a little short on seeds over here, you can tell. Back here, I have all my different tomatoes. I think, yep, these are the paste tomatoes over here that I'll use to make ketchups and sauces. Brandywine. So these are a bunch of slicer tomatoes. These are all different brands and different varieties in here. And over here, we have more of our cherry tomatoes. So Sweetheart Cherry, Sweetie Cherry, Hartman's Yellow Gooseberry, Sunrise Bumblebee, Brad's Atomic Grape, Blueberries, Blue Beauties, Black Beauties. Those are slicers, I think. These ones are. And sugar, says Sugar Rush Cream. And nothing is coming up. But it looked like a pepper seed when I planted it. So I don't know what that is. We'll see. And these are black cherry tomatoes. And over here I have some broccoli, which is alive, but they're all kind of falling down. I tried to separate some of them early and they snapped. But we'll see. So I planted those. These Brussels back here are trying to die. These little Brussels sprouts. I don't know why, because the rest of the tray is doing really well, but the Brussels are not. Here's some eggplants. They're a little bit slower to start. Look, this is the seed. So when you plant, the seed comes up and it becomes this plant, and then this just comes off. I can't get it off right now though, it's not ready. Sometimes you can just kind of brush them off. And then up here we have some Bok Choy, which I grew last year, but I put it outside too early. As I said, it's pretty windy here and they just died. So I'm hoping that these can get a little bigger this year before I transplant them. Okay, and then over here I've got the Nero de Tuscana kale. It's also like a dinosaur kale. Man, isn't that just beautiful? This is art. I can just look at these seedlings all day. This was a free seed I got, so it's the Ragged Jack kale. They're coming up nicely. Some arugula, also called rocket. It's rocket arugula. Some of them didn't come up, but some of them are. This little one's trying to die. Okay, and then spinach. Look at this. I have this spinach. And then this one, and then this random little thing, which is totally different. So I have no idea what that is, but it's growing. And then a lot of it didn't come up. So I'm just gonna watch that for a while, but I might have to plant some more. So that is all of these little trays. Over here, I didn't tell you, this is Olivia. She's planted this, and these she's added. She likes to plant little things. These are the peppers that I saved from her room. I think I showed you the other day. They got a little wind blown the other day, so a few of these stems are coming off. But it's still very much alive. They're doing very well. Here's my pepper tray. So I have these lunchbox peppers. Pepper seedlings are just so beautiful to me. Here's some bell peppers. These are the Jimmy Nardellos. Some jalapenos, they're getting very tall. Habanadas, these are not spicy habaneros. And natapinos, these are the not spicy jalapenos. Over here I've got some chamomile coming up. Look at these. I planted so many seeds right there. They're so tiny. I'm gonna have to thin all these out. I believe this is chamomile as well. Yes, and then here in the front we have catnip, which is just sporadically coming up, so we'll see how that goes. This is a toothache plant, which is such a cool plant if you haven't seen it. It was like, it's used medicinally for, like, if you chew on the flower, it will numb your mouth. This is some radishes that my daughter planted, even though they are meant to be planted outside, but they're growing. Down here, I've got some flowers. So this is the red coxcomb. They just started coming up. And then all of the, oh, these are cosmos in the back. And I think the rest are all zinnias. They're so pretty. Over here, I've got these peas that I replanted. They have gotten a little wind blown, and they are ready for some support for sure. I need to go get some skewers or something to hold them up with. And then I have some herbs. Here's some dark purple opal basil. And then this is just Genovese basil in these three. My cilantro hasn't started coming up yet, but I have some green onion right here and some dill right here. I have a second planting of lettuce here that I started so I can succession sow my lettuce. Here's some broccoli rabe. The shishito peppers, they are not coming up yet, but I hope they will because I saved those myself. And then I have some chard right here. They're so pretty. I love just the colors. Like, even the little seedlings are so unique and different. And here's some snowball cauliflowers that I started. And then on the top, these are, yes, the red onions, countrywide red onions. And come here, Walla Walla. These are yellow onions that are starting to come up. Over here, look at these beauties. These are the stake came out of them, but they're like the giant sunflowers. So these are definitely getting repotted today. But these are, I'm excited about. And then we have one little seedling on this tray of lavender, English lavender. I had so much trouble with lavender last year, so hopefully this year it'll do well. But yeah, that's all of my little seedlings growing. I have several more packets of seeds that I'm going to be sowing outdoors whenever the weather is nice enough to do that. But for now, I'm going to be separating all of these. You can see, like, let me show you. These tomatoes. Look at their stems growing out. But they are totally ready to be separated. They're going to be crowding each other out. So today I'm going to be gently pulling these apart and putting them each into their own separate one of these planters. I'm hoping to get some more of these size soon, but if you have any tips on where to get a lot of these, because at our local hardware store, they're very expensive for just a few of them. So anyway, yeah, that is what's going on in the garden. That's what I'm going to be busy with the next hour or so. And yeah, hopefully we can start doing like weekly updates from here on out. I would love to do that, especially when we get everything outside. They just started plowing out in this field and like pre-treating it and everything. So the people that plow that field is also the one that's plowing my garden plot. So I'm hoping that he'll show up in the next week or so to plow everything so I can start like putting pathways and everything down to get my garden ready. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope that you just are uplifted by these little seedlings and seeing green in spring just like I am. I want to just sit out here every day in this room now that it's nice out here and just look at my seedlings and watch them grow, and just they give so much life to me too. So I hope that you are blessed today. I will see you in the next video. Bye.